And we are back with another press screening. Tonight, we're checking out Jurassic World Rebirth. If you all do not know this about me, 1993's Jurassic Park is one of my all-time favorite films, Steven Spielberg. Great classic movie. And I feel like myself and fans of this franchise, and the franchise itself, has been trying to chase the essence and the vibe and just the masterful film that is for decades now. Now, of course, you've had some fun films. I'll be ranking the movies after I see this one, from Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, Dominion, now this. We'll save that conversation for another day. But the things that's making me confident about tonight's film, even though I've seen some of the early reviews have been kind of more negative than positive, or more mixed positive, but I am looking forward to Gareth Edwards. I like him as a director. His first film, Monsters, he's a very practical director, which I love about him. Creator was really solid. Rogue One, the parts that he directed. So I'm looking forward to his direction tonight and bringing back like that sensibility of like practical effects with the dinosaurs. And speaking of the dinosaurs, like apparently, we have the original writer. This is going to take more essence of the first film and things from the book and get more to like the fear and the scares of the dinosaur and not domesticate them and have them as pets. So I'm interested in seeing that vibe. I like this cast: Jonathan Bailey, Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali. So fingers crossed, man, that we have something that's at least better than Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, and maybe even better than the first Jurassic World. So here's to wishing, and I'll see you all on the other side, and hopefully I got some good news for you. So we are back. Full review, no spoilers, of my thoughts on Jurassic World Rebirth. As someone that was mildly excited for the prospect of like Gareth Edwards, very visually capable director, knows how to do scope and scale. I mean, hell, his first movie was a monster movie. David Koepp, the original writer of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, War of Worlds. I mean, the man has written some really excellent scripts in his career. And then you feed me with Scarlett Johansson, one of the best actresses in her generation, a movie star. Mahershala Ali, two-time Academy Award-winning Mahershala Ali. Jonathan Bailey, great resume of his own. But somehow, with all those ingredients, they give me this. Jurassic Park World Rebirth is a pile of doo-doo. It was so offensively boring. No thrills. Like, I've seen some people say, oh, it harkens back to the scare factor. The thrills are there. No. Because one thing about thrills and tension and stakes is you have to care about the characters that are in peril. I gave no damn about any... Jonathan Bailey, I'll give him credit. Like, I liked his character. He had some charm. He had the most to do, if I'm being honest with you, even though he was a supporting character. But other than that, man, the film is stupid. Yeah, I'll go as far as say it was pretty stupid, because when you look at all the films are pretty loco, because why do we continue to go on this island? But this time around, we have the premise, without giving too much away, is we have this mission where we have to go on the island because apparently there's 3 particular dinosaurs that we can extract through DNA, their blood sample, and we can make up some cure for heart disease, cataract, like fix some pretty detrimental diseases. So I'm like, okay. But then when you're like, okay, we go on this island completely undermanned and completely unprepared, then you throw in the family. The family who, to give them credit, I don't think the actors within the family were bad. But when you write people so stupid, why the F are you even in this situation to begin with baffles me. So when the film gives you that, I almost threw, at that point, my brain was cut off. But even with my brain cut off, it was still stupidity going on the screen for 2 hours and 15 minutes. My goodness. Why? I said this at the beginning, I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan. It's my favorite film of all time. But my gosh, Universal, I understand when you make $1 billion, it's hard to say goodbye. Kill this franchise. After what I just witnessed, there's no more gas in the tank. Unless you strip it down, like literally strip it down to just the bare bones family I think it was a short film they did before Jurassic Park Dominion, Jurassic World Dominion, where it was like an 8-minute short. A family's on vacation or like they're on a camping trip and they're being chased by one dinosaur. That 8-minute short was better than anything that this film had to offer. I'm not trying to get upset because this movie isn't worth the getting upset about. But it's just like when you think about Gareth Edwards, you think about David Koepp, you think about the talent involved, you think about an almost $200 million movie, you would think you would get more from it. And granted, I know there's people out there that are, I've seen some of the reviews and people are pretty positive on it, and to each their own. But the ones I've seen being positive, I've seen people like forcing themselves, like, no, none of that for me with this film. Again, I can deal with a bad script. I can deal with unlikable characters. But when you are just flat out boring for 2 hours and 15 minutes, that's a crime. That is a federal crime in my eyes for cinema. I didn't like the story. I didn't like the characters. Mahershala, I love Mahershala, but they even made him just this one. Everyone was one note. Scarlett Johansson, what were you doing in this movie? I've seen her give better performances on SNL than I've seen her do in this movie. Jonathan Bailey was fine. But Gareth Edwards, I'm going to talk to you for a second here. We're going to wrap this up soon because this is becoming a rant, which I didn't want this to become. But Gareth Edwards is a very capable director. You could have told me his cousin directed this film, and I would have believed you. Because anyone could have directed this film. That's how lifeless. This film has no edge, no flair, no personality. Boring movie. Even with that said, I don't think it's the worst in the franchise, so that's a positive. Do I have anything else positive to say about this film? There's 1.5 decent scenes of adrenaline. But other than that, I wasn't a fan. I was pretty blown away by how bored I was of this film. So I'm going to give Jurassic World Rebirth. Do I give it a 2? I'll give it a 2. A 2 out of 5. And I'll give it the 2 because I didn't even think it looked good from a visual standpoint. But Jonathan, I'll give my 2 for Jonathan Bailey. I liked his character to a certain extent. And Mahershala Ali, man, this was a bad movie. I don't recommend it. I don't think, in this economy, I don't think it's worth the money, the price of admission, but I'm not one to tell people how to spend their money. But I'm pretty disappointed because, again, it was pretty boring. That's my thoughts on Jurassic World Rebirth. A boring film, not much to talk about. I'll see you all soon. I have more thoughts coming soon. I have let's say more thoughts. I have a ranking of the films coming soon, and then next week, Superman. Let me know what you all thought about this film in the comments below. And as always, I appreciate you. If you love this film, I'm happy for you. Please don't get offended by my thoughts of the film. As you can see, I didn't enjoy it. But if you loved it, good. I'm happy for you. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all pretty soon.